The ninth verse is about LSD. This drug when taken will cause you to have hallucinations. You'll see things that are not there. There are no limitations. If on a good trip you'll feel good, and nice things you will see. Colors bright, and stars, and lights will fill you full of glee. But if you have a bad trip then reality will fade. And your mind will conjure up the things of which you are most afraid. And while it lasts there's no escape, you must watch the blood and gore. Nightmares that come while you're awake can last 10 hours or more. When Lucy starts an acid trip you may find time stands still. With sense impaired a sound is heard and real, and loud, and shrill. As demons rise, and terrify you to the very core. But they will take no heed of you, as you scream out, no more. And afterwards the flashbacks come, and Lucy starts again. And rainbows, smiles, and tabs will put your mind back into pain. Although it's been days since you had your trip it won't let go. And cheers, and microdots will cause those dreaded fears to grow. You'll sense as though your body is separate from your mind. And you'll start to feel paranoid, and anxious, and you'll find you've lost control of lucid thinking, and now you're totally out of touch, and out of mind, affected psychologically. Lysergic Acid Diethylamide is a natural A class. That comes from fungus growing wild on rye, and in wild grass. The hippie group embraced it, a mark of peace they saw. But the US military used it to disable foes at war. LSD is also known as flash, sugar, trips, and dots. A white powder when it hits the streets is talk or stars or drops. It's either sold in liquid form or soaked in paper squares. The picture printed onto it reflects the name it bears. Under the Misuse of Drugs Act, LSD is a Class A. And if caught the cops won't turn a blind eye and go away. It's illegal to possess this drug, and you'll get 7 years. For supplying A, you should now know A, it's going to end in tears. The 10th verse is about magic mushrooms. Magic mushrooms come in many types, about 12 in all, and grow wild here in the autumn, or in the States, the fall. Like LSD they have a powerful hallucinogenic effect. But the trip is much milder, and doesn't leave you quite as wrecked. Psilocybe semilanceata, street name Liberty Cap, is the most common fungi that will fall into your lap. But careful now because they look much like toxic toadstools, and picking them cannot be done by just any street fools. Magic mushrooms are eaten raw or cooked or boiled as tea, and what they do is alter what your mind and eyes can see. Often the user feels euphoric, and joyfulness can last up to 4 hours or more before the effects have passed. And now another warning, you don't get out for naughty cries. Your heart rate will double, and your blood pressure will rise. Your pupils will dilate, and depending on the taken dose, you may feel sick with stomach pains, and get diarrhea gross. Once a trip has started there's no way to come out. A bad trip, though unlikely, can sometimes come about. So if you're badly affected, don't take a chance, and wait. Get yourself to the hospital with a sample of what you ate. The law on magic mushrooms is quite out of range. As far as the drug law goes, magicums are rather strange. The psilocybe fungi does not come within the act, but it contains psilocin, which is a Class A drug in fact. The courts are rather puzzled with this natural substance. They've ruled that to possess it is not a punishable offense, but alter its construction, and you extract the psilocin, then a Class A drug, you'll be found guilty of possessing. Now by this time we should not need to go into the law, for you should have it fixed in your mind what you are in for. If you possess a Class A drug or niche for selling it, you know the words you know tuned, you're really in the shit.